토요일 날 오후 5시 47분이 지나고 있습니다. 오늘은 제가 삼육대학교 예배를 가서, 진짜, 이제는 젊은 목사님들이 얼마나 대단한 목사님들이, 우리나라 분들이 그렇게 훌륭한 영어에, 그 다음에 훌륭한 성경 지식에 제대로 공부하는 목사님들이 이제 나오는 것 같습니다. 참 이게 제대로 된 모든 것이 자신의 수준을 끌어올려야 듣는 능력, 사람을 보는 그런 눈, 그런 게 절대 필요한 것 같습니다. 참 책을 많이 읽을수록 듣는 귀가 뚫리게 돼 있고, 또 그런 사람들을 만날 수가 있고, 자, 저녁 먹기 전에 좋은 책들을 읽도록 하겠습니다. How to live on 24 hours a day. I have instantly mentioned the vast expanse of 44 hours between leaving business at 2 p.m. on Saturday and returning to business at 10 a.m. on Monday. Changing the channel. 12 easy ways to make millions for your business. Only a skillful professional can engage the audience and put everyone in the right frame of mind. Korea, the impossible country. South Korea's amazing rise from the ashes. The inside story of an economic, political, and cultural phenomenon. Koreans believe that particular foods and spirits belong together. For example, samgyeopsal, pork on a Korean barbecue, and soju, makgeolli, and chun, a kind of pancake, or fried chicken, and beer. Small business, big vision. Lessons on how to dominate your market from self-made entrepreneur. On the other hand, if the service was lousy, that's going to hit the social media site as well. obesity code. Unlocking the secret of weight loss. Why your body's own insulin is the key to controlling your weight. That doesn't even sound like it will work, and guess what? It doesn't. My dad said, ridiculously hilarious. Competence is the way to a woman's heart, or at least into her pants. No one wants to lay the guy who wouldn't lay himself. Built to serve, built to serve. How to drive the bottom line with the people forced the practice. The consummate merchant. M is a local celebrity and the owner of Gallery Furniture in Houston, Texas. Med School Confidential. Many, if not most, have been doing this for much longer than you have. Consider their perspective and insight. Secrets of the Money Lab. How behavioral economics can improve your business. Many religious groups also extract costly signals of loyalty and trustworthiness from their members. What they teach you at Harvard Business School. As Michael himself explained, what we are all about is shrinking the time and the resources it takes to meet customers' needs. When markets collide, investment strategies for the age of global economic change. It is also the case for a growing number of hedge funds that are now investing in illiquid assets through what are known as side pockets. Side pockets. Diversity. Most programs don't work. Here's what to do about it. It can also be tough for people to stand up and claim their power. The high five habit. Take control of your life with one simple habit. That is high five energy. You were in your power. I would have that same feeling a few years later when I met my husband Chris for the very first time. I was ordering a bourbon on the rocks. I was ordering a bourbon on the rocks at a bar in New York City, and I heard someone behind me say, "That sounds great. That sounds great. Make it two. Make it two." I turned around. There he was. The music and the noise in the bar disappeared, and we just started talking, as if we had known one another for 1,000 years. He asked me to marry him 3 days later. Convinced. How to prove your competence and win people over. Was the content of the speech that great? The Omnibus Dilemma, a natural history of 4 meals. Personal, the forest. The Forager, serious play. There was one more meal I wanted to make, and that was the meal at the end of the shortest food chain of all. How we are different and what to do about it. Why men don't listen and women can read maps. When a woman reaches menopause, usually in her early 50s, she goes through a variety of psychological, emotional, and hormonal changes. These vary from woman to woman. A companion to gender studies. H cite a number of early Melanesian studies that ignore the same-sex seminal practice, seminal practice. Think and grow rich. Prayer does. Sometimes result in the realization of that for which one prays. If you have ever had the experience of receiving that for which you prayed, go back in your memory and recall your actual state of mind while you were praying, and you will know for sure that the theory here described is more than a theory. Successful time management provided time to observe details and facts before you expect the next step. The unwritten rules, the 6 skills you need to get promoted to the executive level. Think about how others in your company see you as you walk through the halls or arrive at a meeting. Positioning, how to be seen and heard in the overcrowded marketplace. But system doesn't always sell. The high fidelity audio system was never supplied by one vendor as consumers picked the receivers and the turntable and the tape players they wanted. Raging happiness. 10 simple steps for more joyful kids and happier parents. Another, the intuitive way to savor an experience is to remind ourselves or our kids that nothing lasts forever. Your internet cash machine, the insider's guide to making big money fast. Promote your teleseminars and webinars with classified ads on eBay, through press release or through other lists. Today we are rich, a page turner that pays big dividends, harnessing the power of total competence. Whether for professional or parental purpose, books can give you incredible insight. Scholastic First Dictionary. Equal. Equal means the same amount or size. An equal sign is written. The recipe called for equal amounts of sugar and lemon juice. 4 nickels and 3 dimes equal 2 quarters or 50 cents, equating equal. Discover your inner economist. Use incentives to fall in love and survive your next meeting and motivate your dentist. These venues have a more upscale feel than the stores, and they are usually air conditioned. Enlightenment now. In the last word, the philosopher T drives home the point. Drives home the point that subjectivity and relativism regarding logic and reality are incoherent because one can't criticize something with nothing. The art of closing the sale, the key to making more money faster in the world of professional selling. Once you have recorded this on your pad, you then ask Bill, which of these two should I pawn first? Bill will tell you which one. 5 levels of leadership, proven steps to maximize your potential. Few leaders in sports have come anywhere close to his accomplishment. Once when asked about his team's success, he said, "When I first started coaching, people told me to put my 5 best players on the court. The Wall Street Journal guided to information graphics. the do's and don'ts of presenting data, facts, and the figures. They both are motivated by outlier scenarios. They live in the tails of the distribution. The next 100 years, a forecast for the 21st century. The border represents a political boundary, not a cultural or economic boundary, and immigrants are not at a great distance from home. Commencement. She knew for a fact that her mother had slept with only two men in her life, her father and a college boyfriend who later became a priest. Your best year yet. 10 questions for making the next 12 months your most successful ever. We had one card for each role, and most had goals written on both sides of the card, while limiting myself to 10. One makes your brain happy, and why you should do the opposite. More on those suggestions in chapter 15. Unbroken. Al had found a quest to replace his lost Olympics. He was going to kill the bird. The School of Greatness, a real-world guide to living bigger, loving deeper, and leaving a legacy. All you are doing is fighting to stay in one place with enough of your head above water. To keep from drowning. The Book of Why, the new science of cause and effect. But these circumstances were not under Berkeley's control and hence would not constitute a discrimination by the university. Liftoff. Elon Musk and the desperate early days that launched SpaceX. The Air Force alerted SpaceX that it would fly the C-17 aircraft into Los Angeles International Airport on September 3rd. Being the boss. The three imperatives for becoming a great leader. Recognition is particularly important when results are down. The organization is going through tough times. The future is uncertain, and you must focus on retaining people's commitment. Codependent no more. How to stop controlling others and start caring for yourself. Why now is the time to crush it. Cash in on your passion. Start monetizing. In time, if you continue to hustle, you'll grow your presence and improve your skill to the point where the fish, really big fish, will be jumping straight into your hands. Hustle. Creating health, ageless body, timeless mind. We cannot evolve if our minds are closed. How children succeed, grit, curiosity, and the hidden power of character. In North Carolina, the state for which the researchers were able to gather the most complete data, 3 out of 4 high-income students with GPAs and the test score was needed to gain admission to one of the state's highly selective public colleges, went on to attend a highly selective school. Flexibility. Las Vegas is one of the most dynamic hotel markets in the country. Biddings and friendly letter writing. The crab pulls itself into its adopted home. When adverbs are used with verbs, they tell how, when, where, or to what extent. Brad walked hurriedly to the mailbox. Gift from the sea. Moonshell. Who named you? 240 writing topics. Some of the gifts were even quite expensive. Overcoming textbook fatigue. 21st century tools to revitalize teaching and learning. In a review of textbook writing assignment, I found that most provide 3 types of writing prompts, and that this did not occur within the chapters, but as one of many assignments at the unit's end. PR. Create a PR sensation, whatever your budget, whatever your business. Social networking. Give as well as take. If you are asking people for help and advice with your life, business, and issues, then do respond when they are in turn ask for help and advice. Stop being mean to yourself. A story about finding the true meaning of self-love. Outliers. The story of success. Explosively entertaining. There are both the brilliant yarns and life lessons here. Outlier might be Gladwell's best and most useful work yet. Couple letters for dummies. Hygiene is education. Hygiene is education. Patient care, cleaning, X-ray, and periodontist procedure. The Zombie Combat Manual, a guide to fighting the living dead. Thrust forward aggressively, driving the blade through the skull. A technique for producing ideas. As I said before, what I am now about to contend is that in the production of ideas, The mind follows a method which is just as definite as the method by which, say, force are produced. What I didn't learn in bidding school, how strategy works in the real world. I thought this gave me an opportunity to kid the V a little bit, maybe even make him laugh. Smarter thinking. 3 essential keys to solve problems, innovate, and get things done. In this case, the contaminants are still attached to the fabric, but they cannot be seen because they are being hidden by the blue glow coming from the fluorescent whitener. Success as a real estate agent. Include more portals so that following the home tour prospect can recall their favorite features. What about including the price? Neither you nor your seller will benefit if prospect take a flyer and never call you. Bipolar disorder. In other words, you may be pushing your luck by requesting a new supervisor, but time off for doctor's appointments, a more structured work schedule, additional training, fewer hours, and additional time to complete the task are all reasonable requests. Can we all get along? Racial and ethnic minorities in American politics. When President Reagan signed the legislation, he admitted that the United States had committed a grave wrong. Knock your socks off prospecting, how to cold call, get qualified lead, and make more money. State your name and the company. Protocrats. That's partly because to dress up, tell Max on the auction block and make the privatization a political success in the short term. The winner was offered a 6-year extension of the company's national phone monopoly and the only national cell phone license. Pass your driving test. Hold the wheel firmly but lightly in the 10 to 2 clock face at the position, steering guideline. Crazy, busy, beautiful. Beauty secret for getting gorgeous fast. Headed for the airport. Skip the makeup and reapply moisturizer throughout the flight to keep your skin hydrated. The language of trust. selling ideas in a world of skeptics. You have embraced the other. You have embraced the other person's objection, amplified it with your own perspective, and then presented yourself as a source of knowledge. Rich Dad's Guide to Financial Freedom. A person who has a loser mentality will always lose no matter what stock, bond, real estate, or mutual fund they buy. A poem by Masako Chino goes, winter comes, making one feel like a cold, clear crystal. Each of us must do our bit to preserve nature.